Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. If I sound a little different this video, I'm using my backup PC to record this, so the audio may not be exactly where I want it to be, but bear with me. After this gameplay was recorded, this one right here, my PC actually just kind of blew up. I I had some coffee spilling incidents, and a lot of these new cases are very ventilated. Great for airflow, bad if you spill something. So yeah, I'm waiting on a new PC to get here, some new parts, I should say. And in the meantime, I'm using my backup PC, and it's been quite stressful. But I've been squeezing my Kawaii Squishable Stress Relief Kitty, my Kawaii Kitty. Been squeezing that quite a bit. Picked it up at the local Dollar Tree for $3. Thank you, inflation. This shit would have been $1 back in the day. I don't think its face is even straight. It's all lopsided and crooked. But whatever. It's fun to squeeze, and it helps me not, consume hard liquor. So thank you, Kawaii Kitty, but I'm not here to talk about the Kawaii Kitty. Shout out Kawaii Kitty, but I'm not here to make a whole commentary about this. I'm here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, though. And man, look, my last video, I was kind of doom and gloom about this game, and I said, I'm not getting it if skill-based matchmaking remains the same, the way it is. A lot of people took this, and it's so weird. I have so many mouth-breathing morons that do watch the videos, and I'm not talking about the usual subscribers that I recognize, like the people I respond to or whatever. I'm talking about just like when the algorithm puts the video out to random people, they'll come in and be like, oh, why don't you just get good? And I'm literally showing a gameplay of essentially the highest MMR I can get. I'm facing top 1, top 2% players on the other team, KD-wise and score per minute-wise and stuff like that. I'm showing evidence of it, and they still don't get it. And it really goes to show just how bad the average Call of Duty player actually is, man. And not just bad, but like how dumb they are. You could lay it out for them. You could explain it to them. You could literally chisel it into their goddamn frontal lobe. You know, and they still wouldn't get it. They still wouldn't get it. So, whatever. I'm just saying that, how much better do you want me to get? You know, I will get to a point where I'm one of these super cracked guys. I don't think I have that actual skill in me, but let's say I got to that point, though. Like, gaming definition or Syrian or something like that. One of these just insane, just Ron back in the day, if you remember Ron. One of these insane, cracked out dudes. If I get to that point, I'm going to get put into lobbies with literal cheaters. I'm going to get shadow banned because the actual report system with this awful, I guess Activision ID thing that they pushed on us to do crossplay and whatnot is fundamentally flawed. It's fundamentally flawed. If you get enough reports on you, you'll just end up straight up in like cheater lobbies, and there's nothing you can do. And they're anti-cheat. There were cheaters in the beta. So that should tell you how well that works. I want to say this first and foremost here, guys. If you're not very good at Call of Duty, you are lucky. I envy you. And you could say, like, I just need to get shittier. But it's not in my DNA. That's just not how I play games. I play games to win. I play games to strategize. I play games to find just not broken things, but like if you've ever tuned into my streams back in the day on Twitch, I would play like Skyrim and try to find the most broken setup, and that's with a balance mod. You know, I'm like, how can I break this game? How can I make this game? How can I find a strategy that like outperforms everything else, pretty much regardless of skill? And that's my forte. I did it with Path of Exile back in the day as well. They ended up nerfing something because of one of my videos, I recall. That's just what I do, man. That's just how I game and stuff like that. And I used to love Call of Duty. I used to love finding the perfect setup and all that stuff, and then seeing how I performed with it. But now I know that if I find something good, I'm just going to get harder competition after the fact. So what's the point? Or my connection's going to get worse if I do find something good. So what's the point? I used to play games semi-professionally back in the day. I played Hearthstone semi-professionally, and I played Pokemon Showdown, just the competitive meta for Pokemon. I played that semi-professionally with Smogon's rule set back in the day. And even on like an online client that's not official like Pokemon Showdown, you got rewards. Like you leveled up. You know, you got a visible rank to show where you were at. And my goal was always to get like top 50, you know, out of everyone to see if I could do it, depending on the tier. And then Hearthstone, it's like you get legend if you do so well. And you get cards, you get more packs to open, and I don't understand why Call of Duty can't just do this. But there have been some recent developments, which means that we might actually get that. And I'll share the news with you guys after a brief word from this video's sponsor. Everybody that watches my channel pretty much knows what time of year it is. It's Call of Duty season, but not only that, it's sit inside and play video game season because it's cold. No one wants to go out for food. No one wants to cook when you could be gaming. And when you order delivery, the prices just add up. Factor has all of these problems solved, and this is my go-to meal prep service for when I just want to game all day and just not have to worry about food, man. Factor's meals are fresh, they're never frozen, they heat up in like 2-3 minutes in the microwave, they're there instantly, and they have great macros too. As someone who does try to work out, even in the winter, I like to go to the gym, so I work out. I need protein, I need lower calorie options that don't make me too puffy for when spring comes around. Their juices are amazing as well, and I love drinking these before a workout or even just a quick little snack for when I just need some calories. And guys, if you go to Factor75.com and use code CODFATHER50, you can get 50% off your first Factor box. Guys, they have everything over there. Ketogenic diet, vegan options, you name it, Factor's got it. Tell them BT sent you. Alright guys, welcome back to the video. So what's changed? Well, I'm sure you've heard the news by now, but Microsoft has purchased Activision Blizzard. After 30 years of flying out to Epstein Island, looking like a fucking lawn ornament, and generally being a creepy, just fat, odd man, Bobby Kotick is stepping down, and he is stepping down in December. Sadly, not immediately, but in December he will be leaving. I imagine probably before Christmas, so that's a Christmas gift to us. And then I guess he's just gonna retire. The man's really old now, so he can just, turn into a bag of bones eventually, or maybe he'll run for Senate. We love, American politics loves hiring people basically on their deathbed with dementia. So, maybe he'll become a politician. He'll be perfect for it. But hopefully he just, rides off into the sunset, and we can just move past his odd, terrible, just persona. And by odd, terrible persona, I mean, that's exactly what it is. I think he was quoted one time as saying, like, he wants to just take the fun out of gaming and make it all about money. I'm paraphrasing there, but I'm sure you've seen that quote before. Anyway, he's stepping down. He's getting replaced by hopefully someone that is not as scummy, but it remains to be seen. But because of the Microsoft deal finally going through, thank you, Sony. I own a PlayStation 5, so I can say this. One of the worst designed consoles of all time. The fact is, you need a screw to keep it upright, and then if you want to lay it on its side, you have to, like, bend the stand all weird. It looks like some futuristic router that you'd see in the back of a pornographic video in the 90s or something like that. Just a terrible designed console. So thank you, Sony, for yet again proving that I made the right choice by ditching you. And honestly, I pretty much only like Game Pass from Xbox. I'm a PC guy, although, I mean, my PC kind of blew up, so whatever. That's what I get, I guess. But, thank you, Sony, for making this take so long. But regardless, it's finally happening. It's finally happening. And I, for one, could not be happier, personally. I'm just happy to see Mr. Bobbert Kotick step down finally. And maybe, just maybe, at the very least, this predatory skill-based matchmaking, EOMM system, engagement-optimized matchmaking, whatever you want to call it, maybe at the very least, this system will finally be put to rest, or at the very least, addressed. I just want the devs to be able to talk about it. Every single dev team I have ever seen, if skill-based matchmaking is in their game, they will talk about it. They will talk about how it works. Hell, XDefiant, it's not out anytime soon. I think it's been delayed a little bit, but XDefiant has even talked about how it's not even gonna have it. Like, they're that forthright, they're that honest, they're that upfront about their intentions with the game. They're talking about it not being there. And Call of Duty can't even mention it, It's such a failure of a system, too. It's almost like it's designed for YouTubers. Like, if you guys think that I just complain about this because I want easier lobbies, if I wanted easier lobbies, I wouldn't complain about it at all, and I would just reverse boost because it's so damn easy to do it. Trust me, I did it most of the time during Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 because how else was I supposed to stomach that game, If I wanted easier competition, I'd keep my mouth shut and just cheat, like Marian Ravage and FaZe Crag. Not gonna name their actual names, huh? And also, real quick, let me segue into this. You guys saying I should respond to so-and-so, like talking smack about me on YouTube. I do not care, man. You know what? I have a new rule, all right? The new rule is I don't respond to anyone unless they get more views than I do. So let me know when Dwayne The Rock Johnson insults my dog or something, and then I'll make a video responding to it. Otherwise, I don't really care about irrelevant people, and I'd rather just sit here and do my thing on YouTube. That's just me. I just have too much else to deal with, and I'm getting too old for that, so I'm just not going to do it, you know? Speaking of my dog, he's turning 13 soon, so he's a senior boy. I got to give him some special care, and my girlfriend we're getting more serious, so we might tie the knot eventually. I got a lot going on, you know? I got a lot going on. I just don't want to deal with it. I'd rather just talk about Call of Duty, personally. Speaking of, though, let's get back to Call of Duty. So, yeah, this news is really good, and I mean, I imagine, I'm just guessing here, but I imagine Phil Spencer is probably going to take the lead here, and I do like Phil Spencer quite a bit, but any kind of, like, figurehead for any kind of gaming industry, I mean, you worry, you know, you worry. Maybe Phil takes over and it gets worse, you know, or maybe somebody else replaces Bobby and it gets worse. That is definitely a possibility, but I do want to say this, and again, you guys know I don't say this often. Like, I truthfully was wrong about Modern Warfare 3. I thought this game was going to be a glitchy pile of garbage, but it's actually really, really solid. And yes, the work was kind of already done for Sledgehammer, and yes, it basically is a $70 update. I wasn't wrong about that, but I was wrong in how, I don't know, how good it plays. Like, it plays well. I enjoy the gameplay of this game, and I have not said that. I have not said that since Black Ops 4. I have not said it, and you know that's true. Cold War kind of was okay, but their score streak system was a mess, and the Air Patrol was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in any Call of Duty ever. What a stupid idea that was. It remains to be seen what's in the full game of Modern Warfare 3 here, but I truthfully like this game's gameplay. I do. Cannot lie. I cannot lie. And a lot of people don't realize this for some reason, but I want to be proven wrong when I make these videos. Do you think I want to be right about Call of Duty continually getting worse? I do not. This is, like, technically my job. I'm kind of married to it at this point. Like, you know, I can't just switch and be like, hey guys, I'm Blame Truth the Minesweeper, father. It doesn't work that way on YouTube, man. Only a rare few people can just completely change up what they're doing and make it work. But maybe I'll get there one day. But right now, no, I'm still the COD father. I'm not the Solitaire father. I'm not the Legend of Zelda father. I am not the Dead or Alive beach volleyball father. I'm the COD father, and I have to remain with this series for better or for worse in some form. I don't have to play it, but I gotta cover it, you know. With all that said, you're probably going to notice in this gameplay that I'm not playing the objective, and this is just the classic Call of Duty. I probably already have comments saying like, wow, BT, do you not know how to hop on the objective? And it's like, why bother? You know, what do I get for winning the match? That is the fundamental flaw that I want changed with modern day Call of Duty. With no skill-based matchmaking, the point of the game was just to like level up, like play, earn XP some way, do what you want. It was very sandboxy and level up. But now with skill-based matchmaking, it wants me to try hard and go for the win. But why? I get literally nothing. In fact, my experience gets worse if I win matches. So why would I ever play the objective? You know what I mean? Why would I ever try to win? It just... There needs to be a big change in just, I don't know. There needs to be a big change with skill-based matchmaking. And guys, I'm not just saying it because I want easy competition. I do not. I enjoy all sorts of competition, from just brand new players to players that are better than me. I welcome it all, but I want that variety. I gotta have that variety, and I gotta have a good connection, my man. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. I'm going to try this game out on the last beta days here on my main account. We're going to hop off Billy Goat 57, hop back on Jose Sacco. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Need some parting advice?